Well, the sun is setting and heading in with glue and paint mostly cleaned off my fingertips and a little bit of work done. Ah, amongst the peaceful and settling sounds of the suburb. All right, that's it. I'm done for the day. I'm doing more harm than good. The entire S2F just sitting there last night had slid off its stand up at an angle, so I had to pull the stand and reglue it, and the port wing had sagged again, which it should have been hardened. But anyway, I took the wing off, filed it down to make sure I had raw plastic on raw plastic, reglued everything back in place, and I've got it all propped up to sit overnight. And in addition to that, the it's a little airplane. It's not a bad little kit, but boy, these wings are the gift that keep on giving. And while I was trying to glue the stand in, because the airplane as it sits on the stand is tail heavy, a drop of glue, and I figured maybe the old plastic glue wasn't working, so old red tube testers for an older kit, older plastic. And as I was getting ready to put a drop of glue into the hole where the stand goes, it dropped and hit the face of the sonar bucket. And I was like, that's just great. And I managed to get it extended and tried to clean it off, but of course it took the paint with it, so I get to repaint that. Hopefully it's not stuck in position, but if it is, I'd rather be stuck down where you can see it. So the other good news is that more or less the Jupiter 2 seems to be holding in there. I found a really cool video I linked earlier that a guy did on this build recently. I'll link it here again if you didn't see it. And in fact, I even shot him an email, see if he'd like to be on a live stream. He did a much better job than I did. He's got all kinds of flashy lights, and he lit up a bunch of stuff I didn't even think to light up. So the other thing was that, the epoxy. I noticed that the epoxy is starting to set, and it's kind of rubbery right now. I hope it's nice and solid come tomorrow, because if it's one of those epoxies that dries with a little elasticity, that thing will pull itself apart again. So we'll see. But I have decided that if this doesn't work, then I'm going to do what this gentleman who did the super duper job on it did, and his name's Landon. And he actually left the top with the potato chip area. He pulled that ring that goes around the top of the cabin area and replaced it with a thin piece of plastic. So this one doesn't work. I'm pulling the top, and I'm just going to remove that ring and file off all of the support sections that stick up. That has to eliminate anything that could possibly provide any resistance. And then I may just leave the top loose where I can open up and show people the goodies inside, because I don't want to mess this up. It's a nice kit. There's a lot of expensive electronics in there. He has over 100 LEDs in his. I only have 30 or 40 in mine. So go look at his video. So while doing the props, I primed the tips with white primer, then touched them with matte white. And at first I tried to use decals on them. And actually the front of the propeller on the port wing, which is your right as you're looking at this, does have red stripe decal, but I didn't have enough to go all the way around. So I used red marker to mask off, but it bled through because the tape gave it a place to capillary. So I cleaned that up, and just using hand paint, a little white acryl. And then I just used the red marker and just real carefully just drew them. You know what? For what this model is, it's fine. And I got the front and the back. So that was more of an adventure than it should have been. My original plan was do the red first, then put a piece of tape over it, and then do the white, and then pull the tape so the red would be a negative. I think that would have worked a little bit better. But for something this small, the red marker worked okay. One other little chore I got done was to paint that power cable black. And I used that black enamel paint. Like I said, the spray-on Tamiya lacquers just flaked right off. So I think the enamel will bite into it, so I'm sure that'll be fine. Looks a lot better. Also, I heard back from Landon, who did that other Jupiter 2, and he is open to possibly coming on the live stream sometime when he has a break in his schedule. So that's a pleasant note to end the evening on. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later. And as always, model on.